Oh my goodness. Bear witness to the greatest podcast ever created. The Smelling Salt, starring Mr. Moonshine.
Yeah, get the smelling salt.
Fimo,
I'ma knock him out, get the smelling salt.
Loma,
I'ma knock him out, get the smelling salt.
Canelo,
Left hook, right cross, smelling salt.
Pacquiao,
Yeah, get the smelling salt.
Charlo,
I'ma knock him out, get the smelling salt.
Spence,
I'ma knock him out, get the smelling salt.
Bud,
I'ma knock him out, get the smelling salt.
Fury,
Yeah, get the smelling salt.
Wilder,
Yeah, get the smelling salt.
AJ,
Yeah, get the smelling
you
salt.
know who it,
I'ma knock him out, get the smelling salt.
Punch,
Ooh, baby, you already know this is Pun Drunk Boxing, aka Mr. Moonshine himself, aka El Abobo, aka El Sazon, aka El Borracho. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in this side of heaven. God bless you all, and happy holidays to each and every one of y'all. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all already know we're coming to a close for the 2021 year, the sport of boxing. It's been a good year, I believe. In my opinion, it's been a good year. But in this episode, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be talking about Devin the Dream Haney and the ongoing problem he has with the WBC. The ongoing disrespect the WBC has for Devin the Dream Haney. And it's time for his fans, and it's time for the people out there to stop fighting for Devin Haney if he ain't going to fight for himself. It's time for Devin Haney to grow some integrity, stand up for himself. Ladies and gentlemen, in the world, you should not swallow your integrity for nothing. Your integrity should not be for sale. So I think now that Devin Haney is growing and becoming a grown man, needs to reevaluate his situation and his business partnership with the WBC, because whatever's in the surface is not what's going on behind the scenes. We're going to be talking more about that, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all already know we're heading to 2022. Keith one-time Thurman is getting back in the ring. Wow, it's been like 30 months. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all already know Keith one-time Thurman, last time he was in the ring, he lost to Manny Pacquiao, the 8th Division World Champion, the 5 lineal, the 12-time World Champion, the Senator, the Ambassador, the Humanitarian, the best karaoke singer of them all, the GOAT, Manny Pacquiao. Last person Keith Thurman was in the ring with was with a legend. So almost we could say that, damn, did Manny Pacquiao retire Keith one-time Thurman? Now, if y'all been following the channel, the Punch Drunk Boxing YouTube channel, y'all already know, subscribe to the channel, one of the best channel in the YTBC, YouTube boxing community. Also subscribe to the website, punchdrunkboxing.net, and also subscribe and follow to the social media platform. You can find me on Twitter at Mr. Moonshine 10. You know, I can't use the word Punch Drunk Boxing. I already know Twitter terminated like 5 accounts because I used to talk about politics a lot of times. And y'all already know, man, the last 5 years, politics has been a topic. But, you know, the type of topic, if you don't fall in the liberal line, you know, you ain't going to be, I wasn't invited to Thanksgiving. I mean, I'm inserting myself back into my family because they didn't want me to be a part of the family because, you know, I was a little bit on conservative side, you know. I vote for Jill Stein, okay. I did vote for Jill Stein, but, you know, I did not support whatsoever the liberal side of things, but it is what it is, you know. I ain't going to talk too much about it because I don't want to be, you know, canceled in these platforms, you know. Liberal army is a big army, y'all. It's hard to fight them. Anyway, so yeah, and you can find me also on Instagram, punchdrunk_boxing on Instagram. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been talking about this for quite some time, for 2 years, ever since October 23rd, 2019, in the WBC convention, when they elevated Vasiliy Lomachenko as a WBC world champion to the WBC franchise. WBC franchise has been voted in a while ago, has been voted in as the title put above any title in their sanctioning body. A lot of people been arguing about it. No, this person not undisputed. No, Vasiliy Lomachenko shouldn't fight for undisputed versus Teofimo Lopez. And Teofimo Lopez beat Vasiliy Lomachenko, and then, yeah, he's undisputed. No, he's not undisputed. And then Teofimo Lopez lost to George Kambosos, and they say, yeah, he's undisputed. No, he's not undisputed. They got to fight Devin Haney. They got to fight Devin Haney to be the real undisputed. A lot of people been going at war in the public forum, in panels, debates. And it gets to the point where, you already know, man, if you know in the boxing community, man, it gets to the point where, man, people be calling each other out. I'm going to see you, where you from, where you live. Take it personal, man. Take it personal. This is boxing, man. We can't take things personal, man. This is their business, and this is the problem. The problem is that is their business. The WBC can do whatever they want to do, regardless if you be like, yo, the WBC makes rules along the way. Well, that's their business, because, hey, in my household, I make rules along the way, too. I mean, my house, you can walk with your sneakers. Not no more. Now, that's the rule. You can't walk with you got to take your shoes off. In some houses, you got to take your hat off. My house, you don't got to take your hat off, but in some houses, you got to take your hat off. It's their rules. It's their house. I learned that the business of boxing is none of the fans' business. The fans do not dictate what happens in the boardroom. Never did and never will. So I suggest you fans just stop talking and stop crying and stop, overwhelmingly be mad at what's going on. This guy's not want to fight him. He's scared. He's pussy. He's a bum. He's feared. No. And when you see fights like Amir Khan versus Kell Brook, in which I thought it was expired milk. I thought it was like, yo, this is way over the hill. They way over the hill. This is way irrelevant. I did a video saying that this was expired milk. Hell no, ain't nobody interested in this fight. And guess what? They announced the fight. They did the press conference. And what happened? What happened? The thing went on sale. And in the same day, it sold out. Oh, yeah. The business model of Manny Pacquiao versus Floyd Mayweather to over-marinate fights. Yep. It's a successful blueprint. Whether we like it or not, at the end of the day, it's business, it's prize fighting. And then it's just unfortunate that damn people will just be, they interested, man. They just interested, just like how much you want to bet. They say Deontay Wilder versus Anthony Joshua. I think that, put it this way. We say that's over-marinating. I think that fight will probably still do more money than Tyson Fury versus Alexander Usyk. I think so. The over-marinating, in which I, even myself, always talk about, always critique, is becoming irrelevant. And the Khan versus Brook and the sales and the sold-out sale is a prime example of that. It's irrelevant. However we want to cut it, slice it, it's irrelevant. Now, when it comes to Devin the Dream Haney, I've been trying to tell y'all since October 23rd when I did videos on October 23rd, October 24th, I stated that Devin Haney should just drop that belt. Devin Haney should drop that belt. I say, yo, Devin, you're going to look like a paper champion, man. They ain't going to do that for you, man. You're going to look bad out there in the boxing streets. Ain't nobody going to respect you as a champion. Your contemporaries ain't not going to respect you, man. Just drop that belt. You a promoter, the youngest promoter in the sport of boxing history. You a promoter. You could be a trailblazer. You could throw that ish in the garbage, just like Riddick Bowe did with a monumental time in the sport of boxing. Devin Haney, you gonna take the lead. You're gonna be the trailblazer. You're gonna let these belt federations understand that you ain't gonna be a slave for nobody. They don't rule nothing the boxers do. You just can't hand me a belt without me beating it, without me earning it. I have worked my ass off since yay high. So I could earn to be a world champion. So I could experience what other legendary champions has experienced when they first win their world champion. Full of emotions. Yeah, with all the person I can have in my career, ain't nothing going to buy that type of accomplishment, that type of emotions of putting all the hard work since you started the sport of boxing. And then when you reach the mountaintop, you know that you did something. You earned it. Yes, nothing that could take something away from you. Can you imagine going to school and you cut class? Yeah, you did your thing, a couple of classes, and then they just hand you a degree, and they hand you a degree, a diploma. Yeah, you may feel good about it, but in your heart and your soul, you know you ain't earned that. You still go and question yourself, either you smart, either you educated, smart. You know, am I smart? Did I really pass the test? I mean, I ain't even take the test. I know my friends took the test and they passed, and that's why they got their diploma, but I didn't even take the test. They just give it to me. They just gave it to me. Well, some people be like, well, ha, 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 ha. Other people be like, yo, I really didn't accomplish this, man. You don't appreciate it because you really didn't work for it. You really didn't earn that. And I'm not saying that Devin Haney is not a champion. He's a champion in life. He's a champion in life, ladies and gentlemen. He's a champion in life. You got to be honest with yourself. You didn't earn that. You didn't earn that strap, and everybody else know it. The WBC knows it. Your contemporary knows it. And most importantly, when you look at yourself in the mirror and you think about when they say Devin Haney is one of the youngest champions ever in the sport of boxing, go ahead, Google. Can you Google? Can you let me know what date he beat that world champion to become one of the youngest ever? Go Google it right now, y'all. Because you could Google it with Mike Tyson. You could Google it with Salvador Sanchez. You could Google it with Frey Benitez. Can you Google it with Devin the Dream Haney? What date that he won, that he became one of the youngest world by beating this who? What date? What venue? What arena? What opponent? Which opponent? Now, there's people out there that are going to be like, yo, what Punch, bro? What are you talking about? George Kambosos is not undisputed. Go look at the website, Punch. Go look at the website. I can look at the website, but the president of the president of the WBC and their board have told you that the franchise is put above any champion, and this is why the Mauricio Sulaiman, the president of the WBC, keeps on saying that George Kambosos is undisputed. So damn it, what makes Devin Haney strap? He's been saying it since day one, and he's been saying it since this week. Mauricio Sulaiman has stated once again that George Kambosos, just like he did with Teofimo Lopez, George Kambosos is undisputed, thus watering the belt that Devin Haney has. Do they follow their rules? What rules? It's their rules anyway. They could break them. They could rewrite it. It's their rules. It's their company. Just like I said at the beginning, it's my house. I could do whatever I want to do each day. I could change the rules whenever I like. You're going to get mad? It's my house. You're going to get mad at the WBC? It's the WBC. He's the president. You ain't voted Mauricio Sulaiman in. You don't put money on Mauricio Sulaiman's pocket. You don't pay no sanctioning fee. You don't pay no belt fee. So what the hell he got to think about you and changing the rules for you? All the sanctioning bodies have their own rules. Have their own rules, y'all. We could be mad all we want. We could be mad all we want. We could go into the YTBC, into Twitter boxing, and voice our opinion. When I voice our opinion, type our opinion, tweet our opinion. In the end of the day, folks, you ain't gonna change a goddamn thing. They don't hear you. You do not dictate nothing for those sanctioning bodies. They do whatever the F they want to do. So stop it with the whining. Stop it with the bitching. Stop it with the crying. Stop it with the yelling. Stop it with the disrespect. In the end of the day, you ain't going to change a damn thing. That's truth. That's the real. That's reality. So you could go out there and debate all you want. He ain't undisputed. He vacant the belt. Go watch the website. Nah, man, I'm listening. Forget about reading the website. I am listening to the president of the WBC. I am listening to Mauricio Sulaiman. I am listening to what he's marketing. I am listening to what he's advertising. You ain't listening? Don't you know how to comprehend what the hell he's saying? It's his belt. You think that's Devin Haney's belt? That ain't Devin Haney's belt. They pay fees for that belt. And if you don't pay fees for that belt, you don't get the belt. And if they pay fees for the belt, that means whatever you arguing, whatever you complaining about, they ain't complaining because they still paying for their sanctioning fee and the belt fee. Guess what? You make $1 million, your belt fee is $30,000 off $1 million. 3%. 3%. Devin Haney makes what? $3 million a fight? That's what they say they make. $90,000 just belt fee. $90,000 just belt fee, not including the sanctioning fees. Now let's add it up, folks, to any fighter. Because I was saying this the other day. I wanted to do this. I wanted to talk about, I really wanted to talk about the nature of why the belts are important. It's not really what you think it is. And I'm going to talk about that just a little later, but let's just stick to the Devin Haney situation. Devin Haney tweeted, one of his last tweets, he tweeted, let me find y'all what he tweeted, y'all. He tweeted to the WBC Mauricio Sulaiman, if my belt is the junior, what make me that? He goes, man, I don't even know. Tweet. If my belt is the junior, one make me the mandatory for the real one. So now he's asking Mauricio Sulaiman, so if I'm not the guy, that make me the mandatory to George Kambosos. Sorry, the franchise don't have any mandatories, man. And this is why I kept saying, Devin Haney, file a petition. File a petition because Mauricio Sulaiman, this past month, I believe almost 2 months or a month ago, he was on the Boxing Voice. TBV, shout out to the Boxing Voice, Ness and the crew. And Ness asked him. Matter of fact, let me pull it out right here, y'all. Well, I don't even want to say it because, let facts speak for itself. I want you to hear the question. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. In the meantime, because I really want y'all to listen to the conversation in which Mauricio Sulaiman had, because we was talking about around that time is how can Devin Haney get the fight with Teofimo Lopez while he held the strap, right? Damn, where is this stuff? I got it on my phone. But now that George Kambosos got it, right? And we want to figure out which is the way, how can Devin Haney petition to fight George Kambosos, even though the franchise currently is not. There you go. Let me find it right here. Well, anyway, at the moment I can't find it. But, maybe he's in the other phone. Maybe I think I can find it right here, folks. I'm prepared. It's funny, I always talk about this. But I can't find it at the moment. Well, they asked him, and I'm just paraphrasing. I really wanted to put it on the audio. They asked him, how can he petition to fight the franchise? Can he petition for the franchise, and can the WBC vote on it? Can the WBC vote on it? And Mauricio Sulaiman said yes. Yes, Devin Haney could petition for it, and then we take it into the voting. That's how they do it. They could vote on it. And then, you know what I'm saying, they would accept the petition, and then yes, they could make the fight happen with Teofimo Lopez and Devin Haney. And that was just in terms of talking about the franchise champion fighting the regular champion. So what I'm saying is, looking at the tweet of Devin Haney, yes, you go ahead and try to petition for that fight. Petition for it now. Because yes, you are under the franchise champion. That's what they say, ladies and gentlemen. That's what they say. They say that the franchise is put above any champion. put above any champion, folks. So, go out there and petition for it. For you could be the mandatory to George Kambosos. You better do it right now, Devin Haney, because for real, like I said once before, if you follow the channel, if you follow the Smelling Salt podcast, I said that Lomachenko, top rank, will make sure that we'll file a petition with the WBO. So Lomachenko could be the mandatory challenger to George Kambosos. Let's not forget that Lomachenko has been standing at the number one WBO rated number one since I believe July or August. So the time is clicking. Remember, the fight year mandatory takes 12 months. Takes 12 months. So by early summer, by late spring, they will order this fight. And then we'll go to a negotiation. And then it's going to take 2 months to get the fight. By late spring, the WBO, trust me, listen to your boy Punch Drunk, the WBO will order George Kambosos to fight Lomachenko. So right now, if I was Devin Haney, DHP, a licensed promoter, if he wants George Kambosos, you better petition right now because the WBC, look, put it this way. Because a lot of people like to make fun, Lomachenko petition so he can have the franchise. Canelo Alvarez petition so he can have the franchise. Teofimo Lopez petition so if he beats Lomachenko, he'll win the franchise. Eddie Hearn petition Juan Francisco Estrada to be the franchise. So it seems like every time that you want to petition, the WBC is going to grant it. Right? So if I was Devin the Dream Haney, just like he petitioned for Santiago, just like he petitioned for Gamboa, just like he petitioned for Helenares, you could get I think and Mauricio Sulaiman says that Devin Haney is my best friend of all the fighters. But guess what? You could petition for it. And I think they're going to accept it. What do you think, folks? This right here. Listen right quick.
Is it as simple as a Bill Haney, Devin Haney representative showing up to the WBC convention this month and petitioning for an opportunity to face the franchise champion in Teofimo?
That could be one of the. Of course, we always take the official petitions and we attend them and we go through the process and make a voting. So that is one of the ways to make things happen.
There you go, folks. There you go. Devin Haney, get to work. Devin Haney, get to work. I'm gonna play it again. Folks. I'm gonna play it again.
Is it as simple as a Bill Haney, Devin Haney representative showing up to the WBC convention this month and petitioning for an opportunity to face the franchise champion in Teofimo?
That could be one of the. Of course, we always take the official petitions and we attend them and we go through the process and make a voting. So that is one of the ways to make things happen.
So, ladies and gentlemen, that's what Devin Haney would need to do. But to be honest, Lomachenko and Kambosos is going to fight. That's what I believe. I believe that top rank Bob Arum, he don't create loopholes. I mean, he don't look for the loopholes. He don't find the loopholes. He create the loopholes. He is the Bob father. He will make that Lomachenko his golden goose. Get the opportunity in Australia to become the undisputed. Devin Haney, I'm going to say it like I said in the beginning, October 23rd. When you got elevated, when you got handed the belt, throw it in the garbage. Throw it in the garbage. Throw it in the garbage. You ain't nothing to the WBC but a marketing tool. Somebody to hold their belt so they can market, so you can market. And you're paying your belt fee. And maybe for the Haneys, this is just good money, I guess, man. We're going to get the money. F it. No integrity. And all I'm saying is that Devin Haney Don't put your integrity for sale, man. You're a young fighter. You highly potential. It's inevitable, I believe. So with the skills and talent of Devin Haney, guys, it's inevitable that he's going to win the title. He's going to earn the title. He's going to earn the title, whatever belt federation, WBO, IBF, WBA, in 140 WBC. Because now I believe that this best move, if you're not going to let it go, if you ain't going to let go of the belt, then use that belt. Use that belt for power, for leverage. But not leverage in 135. Leverage in 140 pound. Which a division that we all know that you've been looking to move up. Even Floyd Mayweather started, what was it, like last year when he was training with Devin Haney, that he only going to fight one more time. Bill Haney and Mauricio Sulaiman has spoken about Devin Haney moving up to the 140, but not so. So take that belt. If that belt holds no weight in 135 because the franchise was put above any champion, their sanctioning bodies in that respective division, then use that belt and petition to be the mandatory challenger to Josh Taylor. So you could maybe a final eliminator and fight Jose Cepeda before the plan. Also, another plan that top rank guy. So Teofimo Lopez could get back in the mix. Is have Cepeda versus Teofimo Lopez, and then the winner will be the official mandatory to Josh Taylor. And even though that I would like to see even Devin Haney versus George Kambosos, I don't believe it's going to happen. That's the primary fight for me in the lightweight division. I don't think it's going to happen. And now, me even thinking about it, and I'm just freestyling. I'm freestyling when I do this. Me just thinking about how is Devin Haney going to be fighting anyway Josh Taylor if both of them has the same trainer in Ben Davison? I don't think that's going to happen either. What the Haneys feel on the public forum is not how they feel behind the scenes. Behind the scenes, they know exactly what the WBC is doing, and they're going along with the WBC. But in the public forum, they want to act like, oh my God, they're keeping us from gaining something, man. Oh man, come on fans, come on channels. That's the narrative. But with me, with Punch Drunk Boxing, no. We have integrity. In the Smelling Salt podcast and Punch Drunk Boxing, we have integrity on my platform. I want to preserve the sport of boxing. I want to preserve the fighters and give the fighters the benefit of the doubt. But no. One thing is that I will not swallow my integrity for nobody, and I will not swallow the integrity of Punch Drunk Boxing. No. There was no narrative. Ain't no cap in here. Ain't no cap in here. I know a hustle when I see one. I know a cap when I see one too. So they come to the public forum and they go to these channels, and Bill could go to all these channels and be like, yo, look at the website. Shut up. Do you know what the WBC, your president, the guy that you pay money to, is saying? Don't get mad at the fans. Don't get mad at boxing content creators. You handle your business. Because you're using us to fight your battles. And we ain't going to do it no longer. You better fight your own battles. You better grab your own balls and your own sacks. All right? It's time for you to handle your own business, because you ain't paying nobody around here to do your dirty work. The YouTube boxing content creators, those that was vouching and fighting everybody. Oh, no, Teofimo Lopez is this, and George Kambosos is this, and Lomachenko this. I know. I can see it right now. Nah. It's a dead end now. You're going to pull your own weight around here. Oh, yes. Shout out to DHP, an independent promotional company. Shout out to a boss. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to say it right here. For y'all, we just want you to do the right thing. We want you to throw that ish in the garbage because we're tired of you getting disrespected. But you're not going to walk around here in the YTBC community. You ain't going to walk around here in the YouTube boxing community and disrespect us and act like we're the fools now so we could do your dirty work. The dirty work that you can't even do when Mauricio Sulaiman of the WBC is in front of you. Oh, you think Punch Drunk is going to do the dirty work? Not every channel is a Key TV. Not every channel is a Key TV. Sorry, sir. I don't believe Blue Blood's going to put a work for you. Huh? They ain't gonna do the work for you. He ain't gonna do the work for you. The boxing voice, he ain't gonna do work for y'all. He tried, but he ain't gonna do work for you. Barbershop conversation ain't gonna do your dirty work. The boxing content creators, they're done doing your dirty work. It's time for you to stand up for yourself, grown man. It's time for you to stand up for yourself, boss. It's time for bosses to do boss moves. Oh yeah, anybody could be a boss. Anybody could get a license for anything. Hey, if I want my own record label, you guess what? I just sign, I'll just pay for it, get the tax, get the LLC. That doesn't mean I'm making boss moves. It's time for you to put on your own dirty work. It's time for you to, do your work. Drop that ish. Have some integrity. Have some integrity. That's all we asking. That's all we want for you. We going hard. We going hard for the Haneys. And that while we going hard for the Haneys, they laughing, they hugging, they kissing, they go to each other's events with the WBC, and we out here putting all this hard work for your brand, and all you doing is kissing and accepting with the WBC. So guess what? Since you love the WBC, we ain't gonna talk shit about the WBC over here, because the WBC has done a lot of great things for the sport of boxing. Even though every belt federation does get a site, and they do wonderful things outside of the sport of boxing. I ain't burning bridges because you don't want to defend yourself. I ain't fighting your battles no more. I ain't going here. I'm a boxing. I'm a inspiring also to do the journalists, to report the sport of boxing, But me fighting for your brand for 2 years, and I don't get the respect that I deserve. You can't even identify when I'm being there for the brand. I ain't burning no damn bridge for you. Sorry. But you know I'm a real one. Y'all know I'm talking real-ish. Yo, but he shouldn't do it. Kambosos should let go of the franchise. No, man. The WBC said the franchise is put above their champion, man. That's the problem. Y'all trying to... No, he ain't going to do it for you. George Kambosos ain't going to do it for you. And I know that Devin Haney ain't going to do it for us if he drops the belt or accepts the belt. All we doing is value your integrity. Value whatever principle you got. Value your morals. That's all we ask. We want to see that. Because that's going to be the real motivational. That's going to be the real inspiring moment for you. Because if Devin Haney ever drops that belt in the WBC's front door, the whole world of boxing would applaud him. That would be like winning a world champion. The world of boxing would applaud you, Devin Haney, if you do that. Because they'll be like, Dan, you had the balls to stand up. You had the balls, because a lot of fighters feel the same way that you feel. But they just can't do it because they ain't a boss like you. They're not a independent entity like you. They're not a licensed promoter like you. They ain't getting the bag like you. So you have the power to be the trailblazer, like I've been saying for the past 2 years. But if you want to call it hate, then call it hate. I know what it is. And you know what it is. You know what it is. You know that you're getting effed up. You know that you're getting played. You know you're getting disrespected in the public forum. Let's move on to Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman is back. If you've been following the channel, you already know he's one of my favorite fighters. He has rejuvenated my love for the sport of boxing when it was 2012 or 13, and he just is a new energy in the sport of boxing, the new hungry lion, and know how to self-promote. He's back versus Mario Barrios. Now, I'm going to say it like this, folks. I know that's not a pay-per-view fight. I know it's not a pay-per-view fight, but like I've been telling the people, there's two different type of consumers. Two different types of consumer. Those who want to pay for a good fight, and those who are just willing to pay to see their favorite fighter entertained. Keith Thurman is going to be fighting Mario Barrios February 5th. What is that? I think it's going to be in Vegas. Leo Santa Cruz also going to be facing Carvajal. Josecito Lopez is going to be in the undercard as well. So I believe it's going to be a good card. Of course, the matchup, y'all already know that Mario Barrios' last opponent that he faced was Gervonta St. Davis, and he got stopped. And then you know that Keith Thurman and his name was you being used throughout the summer, half of the year, with the Gervonta Tank Davis talk. Gervonta Tank Davis said something slick to Keith Thurman as well, and Keith Thurman was going back and forth with Leonard Ellaby. Let me pull the clip. Let me see if I got the clip right here. Where Keith Thurman sounds off on the displeasure of him he felt like he was getting disrespected by mentioning his name. To fight Gervonta Tank Davis throughout the summer. I was in Manny Pacquiao. And Ugas media week, and I had an interview with Keith Thurman, but Keith Thurman, before I had the interview, was out there talking to a bunch of reporters, and let me just take you back to memory lanes. Hold on, let me.
Don't play me, nanosecond. I've been here for way more than a nanosecond. I've been waiting on the phone call way more than a nanosecond. I don't play games. Give me the contract. Show me the date. Show me the money I'm about to put in the bank, and you're going to see my name signed on the dotted line.
Woo! Vintage Keith Thurman. Y'all gonna say it like this. When Keith speaks, I listen, we listen. He could be out for like 2 months, 3 months, 5 months. We don't know where the hell is Keith Thurman. We got we searching for him and think we put him in the milk carton or whatever, a missing person. But once he appears and he speaks, Keith just he just know how to sustain attention when he talks. He's one of the best self-promoting guys in the sport of boxing. He know how to promote himself. And this is why his numbers is always good. He never disappoints any type of network. When he fought for HBO, didn't disappoint the network. When he fought, NBC, when PBC got the TV deal with NBC versus Ghost Guerrero, one of the best numbers. Didn't disappoint. Showtime when he fought Sean Porter. Didn't disappoint the numbers. When he fought Daniel Garcia, CBS Primetime. Didn't disappoint. When he fought Manny Pacquiao pay-per-view, almost double what Manny Pacquiao and Broner did. Didn't disappoint. Keith Thurman just does not disappoint the networks. He brings in the views. He brings the attention. He know how to self-promote. He don't need no million in social media. He gets real boxing fans to pay attention to his fights. And of course, a lot of people saying that they ain't going to pay for the fight. Well, let's see how close when the fight gets. Because I'll tell you this, when Keith Thurman promotes, it makes you want to see him. And he's going to use the names of Bud Crawford. He's going to let y'all know, I got to fight my anticipation fight with Bud Crawford, my anticipation fight with Earl Spence. Keith Thurman he know how to self-promote better than Spence and Bud Crawford put together. Yep. Don't be surprised if he beats Mario Barrios and his next opponent is Bud Crawford. Do not be surprised, folks. Do not be surprised. I didn't want to make a prediction, to be honest. I don't even want to make a prediction because I don't even know where Keith Thurman is at. We don't know where Keith Thurman is at physically or mentally. Cause I'm still a little upset that Keith Thurman stated in the PBC podcast after the Manny Pacquiao fight that he said he couldn't find the killer instinct. You telling me you can't find the killer instinct versus Manny Pacquiao, your first pay-per-view, and you couldn't find the killer instinct? That's it. Man, once a fighter said they can't find the killer instinct, man, it's like it's almost like saying, man, I'm on my way out. one of the biggest fight of your career, you can't find the killer instinct. I didn't like that. I didn't like hearing that. But maybe this long break, maybe Keith Thurman see where he could be. You know? Well, I'm rooting for Keith because he does make the welterweight division even interesting. He only lost to Manny Pacquiao, y'all. Nobody has done anything more significant than Keith Thurman in the welterweight division anyway. Now, if Errol Spence, who's going to be fighting the likes of Ugas, if he beats Ugas and become he become a 3-belt holder, now somebody really done something way more significant than Keith Thurman of this era. How about if Ugas beats Errol Spence? We also got to think about that, folks. We also got to think about that. But put it this way, man. How about just like a lot of people don't want to see Keith Thurman fight Mario Barrios, but maybe it's a good opportunity for Mario Barrios. Let's think about the other fighter. How about if it's good for them? A lot of people want to see Bud Crawford versus Errol Spence, but what about Ugas? Ugas is fighting for a unification bout, and Ugas actually fought for it. He actually fought the sanctioning body, the WBA sanctioning body, to fight the likes of Errol Spence. I mean, he's fought harder than Bud Crawford and everybody else to fight Errol Spence. He wanted this more than Errol Spence wanted him. So let's give credit to Ugas because he could easily would have fought Stanionis. Could have easily fought Stanionis. Like I said, Josecito Lopez is going to be on the court. And of course, everybody always going to remember that round that Josecito Lopez almost stopped Keith Thurman. And he has done well after that fight. He has gotten better. His confidence level was way high. His performances has been great. So Josecito Lopez have rejuvenated himself after that good round because in my scorecard, I only had Josecito Lopez winning 2 rounds. But when you were underdog so much and a lot of people don't expect nothing from you in that particular fight and you just had one good round, that shit is like moral victory. It's like moral victory. But of course, it's a good fight. It's a good card. It could have been on free TV. It would have been a hell of a card. Because I do believe that if Keith Thurman, if this was free TV, I think he'll number be like 3 million views, 3 million views, because the anticipation of watching Keith Thurman, and probably he got more fans, probably the Filipino fans has come. Oh, shout out to Gary Russell Jr. too, man. The Gary Russell Jr. fight, man. I like that. Gary also coming back from his hiatus. Damn, they was on the shelf. Gary Russell and Keith Thurman was on the shelf, and now they're going to be back around the same time. 2 of my favorite fighters coming out the 07-08 class. Funny that both of them, 2 of my favorite fighters that hasn't fought in a while, is coming back. Versus Mark Magsayo. Magsayo, I don't know how they pronounce the name. Magsayo. Y'all already know for the Philippines, man. Great power. He got put down in his last fight. He got dropped, but he got, you know what I'm saying? But he was a real champion, got right back up and won the fight. So that's going to be a good fight. Ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be a good fight. That's going to be in January 22nd in Atlantic City, baby. Hope I could get media credentials for that one. Not too far away from where I'm at. But hopefully I could be in there. But yeah, man, it's gonna be a good 2022. Y'all already know they also announced Chocolatito versus Estrada for the WBA and the franchise WBC. Yes, they vacate the WBC title, but we all know who's the real champion, Estrada. Well, we gonna say no. We saw he beat Chocolatito. We gonna say no now? Come on. But that's gonna be a good matchup for Trilogy. It's a trilogy, And then moving forward, I believe in April, they're going to be then there's going to be Amanda Serrano versus Katie Taylor. Hey, yo, so 2022, hey, Ryan Garcia is going to be coming back right now. They talking that he might fight Isaac Cruz. That's going to be a good fight. Oh, man, look, 2022 is going to start off real good. It's going to start off real good. Maybe we're going to see Nonito Donaire versus Inoue later on in the spring. Or Casimero. You know? Canelo Alvarez is going to be facing Makabu probably in Cinco de Mayo. Lemieux going to be fighting David Benavidez. My boy Henry La Bazooka Cedeno Martinez is going to be back in the ring. 5th pro debut. We're going to see Keyshawn Davis early. We're going to see Jack Catterall versus Josh Taylor. We're going to be seeing Jose Ramirez versus Jose Pedraza. And hopefully we see Teofimo Lopez back in the ring with 140 pounds and maybe with Cepeda. What George Kambosos going to do? I think that George Kambosos, in between the time that he's going to be mandated by the WBO, I think he's going to take a voluntary, probably top 15, and make his money on Australia. Like I believe that he should. He should. So we're going to move over for the next episode, but I hope everybody's is going to be having a great Christmas. Y'all already know. Share the content. Share the episode. Again, Devin Haney needs to put his foot down, carry his own load, and do your dirty work. It's time for you to get your respect and your integrity and drop that belt. Drop that belt. Because you don't have no respect. You ain't no chance. You just not consider that guy. But hey, business is business. Like I said, if you don't want to drop the belt, then go for the ride. Let yourself, matter of fact, don't go for the ride. They're going to keep riding you.